Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator with Cookie Pirate. Today, we're flying the Cirrus SR22. We're going from Friday Harbor, Washington, down south to Olympia, Washington. It's going to be faster than 51 minutes, probably closer to about 35. We'll be going at 11,000 feet, 93 nautical miles. Climb aboard, and let's go flying. Wind is showing 130 at 5. Pretty good visibility. There's some low clouds. Looks like the sun is starting to peek out a bit. Weather does appear manageable. It's looking a little worse over in Olympia, but it'll be fine. Alright, running through the checklist here real quick. Let's go Battery Master 2. .8 volts. Battery 1 Master on. Fuel quantity looks good. Leave the tank set to left. Oil pressure annunciator is on. Let's go flaps full. Make sure they drop. Full flaps. Full flaps. And look at that building right there. That's pretty. Wish those notices wouldn't keep showing up there. Welcome to Friday Harbor, Roy Franklin Terminal. Or is this? That might say Roy Franklin. Side tough to. Yeah, Roy Fling. I can't talk today. Roy Franklin Terminal. Okay. Oh man. Anyway, voltage is good. Amperage is a slight drain. Alternate air is closed. Check Hobbs time. 19.9. Okay. Alright, let's go strobe lights on. Make sure the flaps come up. Yep, they're up. They're up. Mixture rich, power forward, let's... Really? 5, 6, 7, 8. Boost pump on, close the power. And then we'll just bump it forward a little bit here. Prop area clear. Let's kick the ignition over. Clear! Turn that to CDI. Oil pressure is up into the green. Temperature is low. But it'll start rising. Yeah, we can see it just starting to go up a little bit there. Alright, let's turn the alternators on. Alright, amperage looks good there. Let's turn avionics master on. We'll turn our nav lights on. It'll take just a second to get that. We're only going at 11,000 feet. Short flight. FLC at 110. Nav mode on. And that works out well. We'll be taking runway 16. And our course down to Olympia is 161 on the heading, which is good news because we'll take off and basically be flying right on course. Very little, if any, turn. Alright. So that all there is looking good. Flaps are up, avionics are on, GPS and autopilot are set. And our altimeter is set 30.09. We are ready to go ahead and taxi. Okay, here we go. I remember this airport, Friday Harbor, being kind of like the default airport back in Flight Sim 10, which came out back in 2006. It looks really cool in this. It's much more realistic, of course. Noise abatement in effect. Alright, holding short of runway 16 here. Let's crank this and get just a tiny little bit more of a turn toward the runway there. Our nose is probably over the hold bar, which, still be it. Alright, brakes are set. Let's go ahead and do the run up. I mean, we're supposed to be behind the hold bar. If you take a look, well, our prop is just barely over it. But yeah, you're supposed to be behind that. Anyway, trim takeoff is set. Flight controls free and correct. Rudder is good. Elevator is good. And ailerons are good. Back into the cockpit here. Flaps half. And let's make sure that they set properly there. Half flaps. That's good. Power up to 1700 RPM. Close enough there. Alright. Turn all of those on. We have 28 volts, 0 amps. We'll leave the landing lights on. That's good there. Mag check, go to right. Right. Back to both. Good. Now only the left. Good. Back to both. Power back down to 1,000. Can even be below that, that's fine. Transponder. It's 18 Celsius or 64 Fahrenheit on the ground here. We'll go to altitude mode. Alright, let's do lineup check. Boost pump is on, mixture is rich, flaps are half, pitot heat not required, landing lights are on, and trim is set to take off. Let's disengage the parking brake. Roll out onto the runway. and see a rainbow. We're gonna get a pretty view climbing out. Okay, we're lined up. So, let's just make sure we're set. And no, I needed to disable all of those notices and stuff. Alright, so our takeoff speed is going to be 77 knots. Rotate. We'll lift off in the low 80s. We'll pitch for 103. We'll engage the autopilot at 900 feet. And here we go. Full power. A little bit right rudder. Alright, airspeed's alive. There's 77 knots. We can rotate. Engine instruments are looking good. We're up at about 86. Alright, climbing out. Let's go ahead and raise the flaps. Look out that way. That's pretty. There's some of the rain. We're getting a little bit of sun over here. It's nice. And raise the nose a little bit, because we're looking for 103. Just hand flying right now. There's 900. Let's go ahead and engage the autopilot. It's going to take us in a turn, and we're going to accelerate to 110 and climb up to 11,000 feet, which is our cruise altitude. Let's run through the climb checklist real quick here. Boost pump can come off. Mixture stays full forward. Flaps are up. And landing lights we'll leave on a little bit longer. We'll turn them off when we get at a higher altitude. And it's clearing up over up this way. So this is actually Canada, the city of Victoria. Here's a kind of a sound. If you look back out this way, there's where some of the rain showers were. Or are, I guess.
Everything changes.
Our route is taking us pretty much straight south. We'll be going past Whidbey Island Naval Air Station. That's right over here, actually. And then we'll be flying over the Olympic Mountains. And we'll be just outside of Seattle's airspace, but if the weather is decent enough, we'll actually be able to see Seattle in the air. Temperature's dropping fast. Let's go ahead and turn the pitot heat on. We'll have to pay attention for the possibility of aircraft icing, which we'll need to have our de-icing on before that, or we'll need to avoid it. I think we may have a bit of the view of Seattle, but we're not going to get like a really good up-close view. But we should be able to see it decently from a distance. Give a real quick view outside the cockpit here. And so there's the actual Friday Harbor, like the town and everything. Here's the airport from where we took off. As we're kind of pointed upward. Couple islands up here, these are in the US. These up here are Canada. And I believe this is the city of Victoria in Canada. Let's go back into the cockpit. We'll level off at 11,000 feet. It's going to be a fairly short flight. Only about 1,000 feet to go. There's a bit of a headwind. -8 up here at altitude. -9. Alright, we've reached our cruise altitude. Let's go ahead and pull the power back, set 30.5 on the manifold pressure. It's this right here we're looking for. Bump it up a little bit. Close enough there. We'll go with that. About a 16 knot headwind component. About a half hour en route. And with the clouds around, I'm not sure how good of a view we're gonna get. We may or may not get a good view of Seattle. I'm kind of hoping we would. That'd be cool. But, I don't know. The other thing is we may end up going into some clouds. And because icing is most common at temperatures between 0 and -20 Celsius, and we're at -9, I think we should probably go ahead and turn that on. Heat is on. There's de-ice. We can actually wait a couple minutes, because when you're in visible moisture, you can get icing. If you are not in visible moisture, you will not pick up icing. Whether that's cloud, fog, mist, dew, drizzle, frost, rain, snow, freezing rain, sleet, some kind of a combination. So, right now we're flying in clear air. You will not pick up icing in clear air. We're getting close to the clouds though, let's go ahead and turn it on. And normal should be okay. We can turn it up to high if we need to. For right now, normal should be okay, and we'll just monitor it. And we also have the ability to go a maximum mode for 2 minutes. .169 indicated, 198 true, but 182 on the ground speed. That's a 17 knot headwind component. It's still showing us only 24 minutes. And yeah, we'll just pay attention to any potential ice. Oh yeah, you can see it building up a little bit. You can see small ice crystals there. Unless that's what we're seeing from the window. Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing kind of building up on the window. What we can do is we'll turn that on and we'll turn on some warm air in the cabin. We can check the wings for any contamination. And at the moment, it doesn't really look like any is building up. Have a loss in power there, just dropped for whatever reason. It seems to do that, and I don't understand why. Of course, this sets us back on time a little bit. I'll be coming up into some more clouds. We'll have to keep an eye on the icing. Not really an issue at the moment there. Olympic Field, Jefferson County Airport. Right over here. This wind is not very cooperative. Exit icing, it says. Exit icing conditions. Well, we're not in them now. And go ahead and turn that off now. We'll turn it back on here in a moment. Let's go ahead and turn that back in as we're getting ready to get into some Yeah, so over here is everything that we're looking at. Boeing Field, Seattle International, Tacoma down here. So, yeah, I'm not really sure if we're going to be able to see Seattle from here, just because of the amount of clouds coming up. But this is getting kind of pretty. I get to fly through this stuff, and we're just keeping an eye, just to make sure that we don't pick up any dangerous amount of icing. Maybe just a little bit of light turbulence coming through some of these clouds. This isn't bad. And yeah, we just have to keep an eye, make sure that we don't pick up any dangerous amounts of icing. Well, I mean, all icing is dangerous, but it's at an amount that we can mitigate with the de-icing system. Fuel imbalance. I always... Whoops. I always forget to... That'll... Yeah, a little bit of ice. That's kind of pretty though, coming up through this here. Saying about 17 minutes to go. Let's just go ahead and kind of be ahead of the game. Let's get some... weather at Olympia. The rain has moved out. The wind 250 at 6. So we could probably land runway 17. We could take 26, but it's shorter. 17 is longer. What we would probably plan on doing is trying to land on 17 and exit onto runway 8 and then Foxtrot to the FBO. Otherwise, if we roll full length, we'll just take Foxtrot all the way back. We got 5,500 feet of runway. Scattered at 4,000, broken at 5, overcast at 6,500. 14 Celsius on the ground there. And we could do an ILS or an RNAV approach for runway 17. They have an LPV that'll get us 200 feet above the ground. Same with the localizer or ILS. It is pretty coming up through these clouds though. 25 knots. The wind's getting worse. Well, a little bit bumpy. Get some jolts of light turbulence. It's not too bad. Exit icing. Yeah. We need to get out of icing here. So we get through this set of clouds. We'll either need to climb above it or descend below it. We gotta cycle it back on. I think that notice just comes up every, like, if you leave it on more than 5 or 6 minutes. Get a little bit of a break through it. I have to come up through some more clouds, though. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see Seattle. It's just kind of right off the left wing. But all the clouds built up around it, that's gonna make it not really something we can see. Let's turn that back on as we get ready to enter in. About 11 minutes, let's go ahead and set up to do... I'd like to fly the ILS. And we'll go to Homey. Or Home. Homey, Home. Minimums are showing 407. Airspeed is too high for anti-ice protection. Oh, wow. Holy cow. We're accelerating a bit. Let's bring it back down a little bit here. Now we need to go back into this here. Home, Barrow. Or 10. Alright, speed is slowing down. I think it's so high because we have the headwind kind of increasing that. Let me go ahead and turn VNav on. And then we can honestly just go activate direct. And the altitudes that we need to be at. We just need to be at 2400 over the final approach fix, which is Opoyu, which is out here. So here's what I'm gonna do. Zoom in on the map. It's showing bottom of descent. So we actually need to start descending now. So we'll go ahead and take the power back, and we're gonna set the FLC. And for now, we just need to be 3,300. Or really, 2,900 will work. Let's turn the FLC. Descent at 140 will work. And at Opoyu, we just need to be below, or, well, not below, but we need to be ideally not higher than 2,400. Now we're gonna keep descending through this weather. A bit of icing. That's pretty out that way. They're kind of just right up above all of these clouds and stuff. We need to take this power out and start descending. Like now. Let's just go totally idle with the power. Turn that back on. We'll actually turn that to high for a moment. So this here, I believe, is Tacoma Airport. And then Olympia's over here. By increasing the speed here, that'll help us actually drop faster. It's gonna feel like a little bit of a roller coaster. Not the best for passenger comfort, but if you're like me and like feeling like it's on a thrill ride, I think you can even really see the ground. No, you can't. Just little breaks in the sky here. It's always a little bit daunting when you can't see the ground. At least for me. And we can even increase this some more. Trying to get, you know, a steeper descent. Yeah, we descended a little bit too late. But that's okay. Tacoma Narrows, I think that's the bridge, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, the good news is the temperature is above freezing. We're just gonna let the de-icing run for a little bit though. Turn the weather off. Yeah, totally fine over here. Alright, starting to be able to see the ground. Alright, what we can do here is make our descent rate a little shallower. Add a little bit of power here. Yeah, there we go. Well, I see Olympia. It's right here. The city's right here. And strong winds down here. Way right behind the storm. Or, well, rain system. It's not horrible. So probably switch over here. And down to Apollo, we can go to 2400. And we'll slow down, 130. Alright, we're starting to pick the glide slope up. So we'll kind of just descend. We could really stay at that altitude. Alright, we can icing. We can turn all this off. We'll keep the pitot heat on just for now. FLC, approach mode. When we pick up the glide slope, that should give us the autopilot to track it down. Turn the eye slide off. We'll leave these on. The set and approach items on the checklist. Altimeter is set. Fuel on the right hand tank. That's fine. We can leave it on that. Mixture's full rich. Don't need any flaps yet. Boost pump on. Leave landing light on. Alright, that's good. And as we descend, we'll just pick this up and fly the approach down. Let's go ahead and go half flaps. That's pretty out that way. Wow, look at that. Seattle would be up that way. I don't think we could still really catch much of a glimpse of it, though. Yeah, not really. Let's just make sure we pick. No, it isn't gonna. We'll fly it by hand. Let's add some power in. Alright, last minute checklist stuff. Flaps are full. Landing lights are on. Boost pump is on. Mixture is full rich. We're a bit high. And the game is stuttering for me a little bit here. Let's take a little power out. Pretty view of the harbor right there. Full view of the city. A little bit off course. Wind is pushing us, but can overcorrect. Man, game is just being choppy up here, though. We're still a bit high. I don't know why this is stuttering as much as it is. I mean, no, the whole way down, it's been... Wow. Why is it doing that? Like, it's almost unflyable when it's doing that. Yeah, we're way too high. Take some power out and try to pitch for it. We may have to go missed. This is ridiculous. I thought it would smooth out some. Middle marker. Alright, that is decision height. We're stable, we can continue. And it finally smoothed out. It had to be all those trees or something like that. Take the power out. Pitch up, take the power out. Easy. Floating a little bit. Alright, not bad. On the brakes. Flaps up. And can we make this turn? Yes. Well, that's going to be easier for us. We'll have a shorter taxi back. Alright. Very nice. Alright, pitot heat can come off. Little weather update. And let's turn here. And right ahead, I think, is where we want to go for the FBO. Or maybe it was down there. Oh well. We'll go over here. There's hangars. No, I think this is actually it. Alright. We'll go ahead and stop right here. It's gusty on the ground. Alright, parking brake is set. Alright, shut down checklist items here. Let's confirm. Flaps are up. Turn lights off. Avionics can come off. Boost pump off. Cut the engine with the switch. 38 minutes, 11 seconds for flight. Not bad. Continue. Engine is stopped. You can turn the ignition off. And then the only thing that we need to do last, masters. So the alternators and then the battery switches. And that's it. Alright, there we are. Welcome to Olympia, Washington. Thanks for flying with me. Hope to have you aboard on the next one. And as always, until then, take care and stay safe. We'll see ya.